Alright, what is going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel Connor on Chain. So I'm going to make a video talking about runes and just go into some of my favorite rune projects going forward throughout the cycle. I'm going to cover a few, higher cap major rune tokens, and then we'll get into a bunch of low caps that I think have a ton of potential. So let's get into it here. Like I said, we have runes up here. The main thing that I've been looking for with runes, ever since they actually launched, which was on the Bitcoin halving, was I've been looking for cult-like communities for a long time, you know, and runes have been dead for a while, because when runes launched, when the Bitcoin halving happened, there was a spike for about a week, 2 weeks, where runes were all the hype, all the madness. Then they died out after another 2 weeks. Within 3 weeks, maybe a month, runes were back to kind of flat. They did not do much. But I think because we're seeing meme coins as mainly one of the hottest narratives for the cycle outside of like AI right now, I think meme coins on Bitcoin are starting to get a lot more recognition. And the main reason why runes are taking off is because the runes meta protocol is basically built for meme coins and not much else. So this is why I think they're getting attention. They're already integrated with platforms like Magic Eden. The UI is, it's not 100%, super easy, but it is what it is for right now. So let's get into some runes. Again, we're gonna cover Dog. Like Dog is, it's been one of the first runes that was out. Built one of the largest communities on runes. Charts still, basically I look at it kind of like this. Like you could draw just the support or resistance level up here. Price really is not fully broken out of that yet, but once it does, it's probably going to go continue very hard from here. It's come down, came back up. It's probably going to bounce around until it finally shoots back up to $20, 30. I'm sorry, not dollars, but it's all based in sats, which sat is, I think it's 1/1 millionth of a Bitcoin or something like that. But everything is based in sats here. So to go to 20 sats, 30 sats is very possible, but keep in mind that Dog here is already at almost a $600 million market cap coin. So it is already fairly large. But again, that does not mean that this is not going to still move. It definitely is going to pull some good moves going forward, but, personally, this is not what I'm choosing to invest in. Even though, again, it's definitely the largest cap, it's probably a safer bet for the overall narrative of runes. But like I said, I think there's some better opportunities, just like another one here is $1 billion cat. I feel like I've been a proponent pushing this now a lot. I don't even hold this myself. It just seems like this community is very strong. You can see this price action has been insane. Literally pulled, a pump, came all the way down, and has just had a full out reversal slash revive well into new highs now. There's not many rune tokens that with this kind of strength in the market currently. But this is now around 100 million in market cap. We have even some of these on top now with the most volume. We just have Puka here, which Puka is actually, I don't think it's an official rune from the OMB community, the Ordinal Maxi Biz community, but this token has started to get a lot of traction. It just minted out, I think yesterday or the day before. Yeah, 16th, 17th. And it is now starting to run a little bit here. And again, I think that it seems like it's been a meta where the top communities in ordinals, just have a token attached to them, just like we've seen with Bitcoin Puppets and the Pups token. It seems like Ordinal Maxibiz just has not had a token, and it seems like the market is kind of pricing in this coin here called Puka. So again, I don't know if it's an actual official token from them. I don't think it is. I think it's community driven, just someone kind of made this, and launched it. But that community of itself, the OMB community, is kind of taking it in as its own, rune token. That's the same kind of thing that happened with Pups. The Pups token is not an actual official token from the the Bitcoin puppet creator, but the community kind of took it in as its own Rune token, right? It's very normal to see that happen. Another one here that I, cover consistently is Based Angels Rune. I've been bullish on Based Angels for at least 2 to 3 months, if not maybe 4. I do hold this. I've owned this for a long time now. And sometimes, like I've said many times, guys, sometimes conviction can take a long time to actually play out. I've had a thesis behind this. I'll get into it later. For months. And for months it did absolutely nothing. And it's finally starting to get the attention that I thought it would in due time. That is what happens with a lot of coins. But again, so we got Pups. This was at $145 million in market cap. But we're seeing a lot of FUD around the timeline with Pups and then that coin Gizmo. Because it's almost like, Gizmo's kind of taking a lot of liquidity and attention away from Pups here. But I mean, still at 145 million in market cap. Literally, I think the other day it was at 250 or something million. So it's a little bit higher. So it's already on a big dip just in the last couple of days, but still a ton of potential. Easily, it's probably the #1 Rune in my personal opinion here. Just a bunch of other ones. Based Internet Panda. Like you can just see even some really good Rune communities that have been pushing for a while are still very small in market cap, That's why I'm kind of giving you guys like the top 3 or 4 as far as for larger caps. Because like I said, I think Dog, Billy, and Pups are probably the top 3, probably the only major 3 that you want to pay attention to. As far as for memes going forward on Runes, like for large cap stuff. So let's get into, my personal favorites, even some that I actually hold. Like I said, this is my personal favorite Rune of all time in the market. His Based Angel Rune, the token, has been continuously going up too, finally. But, I still think this is barely even started yet. My thesis behind Based Angels is it's the fact that, they are one of the main verified, Remilio Milady assets on the Bitcoin Ordinals network. There's really nothing else like it, and it's the same exact thesis behind why Retardio has been a clear winner. Same thing, but now on the Bitcoin network. That is what Based Angels is, and that's been the thesis, and why I think it's still been a very long-term play. We still haven't even seen Ordinals have another explosive run yet. It's kind of what I think any of us should be waiting for if we're looking to sell any Runes that we're holding, right? But communities that I've seen show up consistently all the time. Based Internet Panda seems very strong. Really good community, literally at 5 million in market cap. Psycho Hamster, 7.5 million, still very small in market cap. Lots of potential here. Even Bozo, this is 1 million. I actually hold some of this because this Rune came from an ordinal project called Rune Whisperers, and I hold some of those, and we actually had airdropped some of this official Bozo token months ago from it. This coin had a lot of attention months ago, but lately I've not seen anything with it. So I'm going to give you guys, outside of the ones I just mentioned, I'll give you guys my top 3. There's mainly 2 that are my absolute favorites right now. Based Angels is #1. And 2 is actually Sparky Rune Dog. Sparky has been killing it. So their Twitter is literally Sparky Rune Dog. They are doing a lot. They've been grinding their ass off over, the entire Rune bear market, basically from April or May into now. They have been going all in on Runes. They're working on an Instagram. It's original branding, very good branding. Just overall a ton of strength. Like this is something, yes, it is low in market cap, but it's like this is something I believe in. You like a lot of times you just see projects, they've been working really hard. There's a lot of good aspects to it. It's just That's how you develop conviction, you know? And this is another coin I actually have started to get a lot of conviction in. You know, just seeing how strong this is, you know, and what they've been building and developing and working on. I mean, again, it's not a utility project. They're not building anything, but, you know, doing a lot with even just stuff like this in other countries to, like I said, even their branding. There's a lot going for them and what they're doing. And in my opinion, there's not too many runes that are actually doing, you know, anything remotely close to what Sparky's done. And again, for this to be at 2.5 million in market cap, there's no way this sits anywhere close to this low for much longer. This is probably the most undervalued rune in the market outside of Based Angels. But those two are my personal favorite, Based Angels and Sparky Rune Dog. And a third would actually be, where did I see it? Mr. Yen. Mr. Yen, same thing, has been grinding all through the bear market, just posting his, you know, his businessman content. You know, it's obviously, it's not like the best, you know, meme content you've ever seen, but again, you know, to see even some low cap runes still working hard, that's what you want to see. You know, it still has a really strong community behind it. But this is Mr. Yen. He loves his son, which that's great to hear. He loves his son. But, you know, he's consistently posting a lot of memes too, right? So overall, I think this definitely has potential. I think too, in due time, you know, I think just seeing a lot more leveling up from the memes as well, and maybe, you know, the community and stuff. I think this has a lot more potential than where it is. But as far as low caps, guys, like these are very low in market cap rune tokens. You know, I'm not going to get into anything lower than that, because honestly, most of the newer runes are just complete gambles, and I don't know where Magic Eden just went, but they're complete gambles. You know, I personally would not even be focusing on any runes that, you know, haven't been through the entire bear market still actually active. That is why I love Based Angels and Sparky and Mr. Yen. All three of those, incredibly undervalued. But in this video, that was mainly what I wanted to cover. You know, just those three main caps from Dog, Pups, and Billy Cat. Those are the three high caps. If you guys are looking for high cap exposure in runes, three low caps would be Based Angels and Based Angels Rune, Sparky, and then also Mr. Yen. So those would be my rune picks. Not even just for, you know, today or the week. I mean, just going forward from now into the next 6 months, maybe even 12. You know, I think those just have a ton of potential just overall in the entire rune space. So outside of that, that's what I wanted to cover today. And I think there's going to be a major inflow into runes, even more so than right now, like way more in the future. So definitely continue to pay attention to runes, the meme coins on native Bitcoin. And outside of that, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.